Hey everybody, EchoV here, and with the announcement of Pokémon Legends Z-A back in February 2024, there are a lot of things that our players want back, and I am no exception for that. So for this video, let's talk about the one thing that I hope at least gets explored in some capacity in the upcoming title, or maybe we can even see its humble beginning. Inverse Battle. Here we go! As we all know, one of the main core parts of Pokemon is the type chart, and it is probably one of the most important parts of the franchise, and learning it is one of the key factors in succeeding in the various tasks that the games have to offer. But what if the type chart was changed? And I don't mean change like adding a new type that coincidentally X and Y did with the introduction of the fairy type. I mean changing it entirely from what we know. It's simple really, just take the type chart and reverse it, so instead of being not very effective to fire type moves, grass is now super effective against it. Well, that's exactly what X and Y did with the introduction of the Inverse Battle. Introduced in the 6th generation, the Inverse Battle can be found in a house in Route 18. Once there, talking to a girl in the house will reveal that her brother, now named Inver, has somehow managed to use his psychic powers to momentarily reverse the type matchup. Talking to Inver himself will trigger a cutscene with him challenging us to a battle. Defeating him, and depending on how many super effective moves are done versus not very effective moves, will award us with a random item. And if none of our Pokemon faint, we get 3 of said items. The item rewards can range from berries, and if we're really good at doing this, evolutionary stones, or even rare candies. Later on in the Hoenn remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Psychic Inver returns once again to showcase his spectacular talent. This time, he's located much earlier in Mauville City, where he hosts the aptly named Inverse Battle Shop, where the function remains the same. Although he is much weaker here compared to his location Kalos, the rewards still remain the same, and therefore, depending on how you do, much earlier to obtain. Now, let's look over and review the new temporary type chart. As we can see, while it seems like the only changes are that the type matchup simply reverse, in actuality, that's not all there is to it. When we compare the two type charts, we can see that there are no immunities present at all, meaning that types like normal, fairy, flying, ghost, ground, and steel no longer have their immunities at all. Instead, the types that they were immune to are now super effective against them. In addition, types like normal, ice, grass, and rock improve greatly due to the number of types that they are now strong against compared to what they were weak to. Despite its uniqueness, as of the recording of this video, the Inverse Battle is only exclusive to Generation 6, leaving its future in the franchise unknown. However, with the reveal of Legends Z-A, could we maybe perhaps see a glimpse of it somewhere when the game is released? Although dialogue alludes to the ability being exclusive to Inver, was this ability perhaps passed on to him by his ancestor? Could we even meet said ancestor and even be the first ever trainer to try it for ourselves? Again, only time will tell when the game is finally released sometime next year in 2025. And that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on the Inverse Battle system? Did you enjoy the idea of the Gen 6 games? Or are you glad it's gone for the time being? Regardless, leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If it's your birthday today, then happy birthday. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone, be good to each other.